All discomfort is not trauma. We need to say that plainly because an entire generation seems to have forgotten it. Somewhere along the way, we began to use the language of mental health to justify fragility, to romanticize weakness, and to dignify avoidance. The word trauma, once reserved for deep psychological injury, has now been hijacked by anyone mildly inconvenienced or emotionally bruised. But the truth is simple. All discomfort is not trauma. Sometimes it is just life doing what life does, demanding growth, testing capacity, and requiring effort. We now live in an age where resilience has been mistaken for cruelty and challenge for abuse. A teacher gives feedback and it is called toxic. A boss demands results and it's called mental pressure. A parent enforces responsibility and it's called emotional damage. We deal with this all the time. Anyone in any space where they expect or dare demand for growth have felt this pushback. Have you encountered situations where your call for growth was turned into a conversation about trauma? Kindly share your experiences in the comment section below. The problem is that we have a generation that has confused being hurt with being harmed, and they have made victimhood fashionable. What this generation calls trauma is often the very friction that builds strength. The gym hurts, but it grows you. Learning is frustrating, but it refines you. Relationships sting, but they mature you. I am not dismissing real trauma. Real trauma disorients the self. It dismantles safety, identity, and meaning. But most of what we call trauma today is simply discomfort magnified by entitlement and inexperience. It is not pain that breaks us. It is the idea that pain should not exist. The human mind is built to recover, to adapt, and to evolve. But it cannot do so if we treat every stumble as an injury and every correction as cruelty. When we caution every blow, we deprive ourselves of the muscle of endurance. The problem is not that life is hard, it is that we have stopped expecting it to be. We have raised a generation that believes self-care means escape, that healing means withdrawal, and that peace means insulation. But that is not peace, that is paralysis. Growth hurts because it must. The scars of maturity are not marks of suffering, they are signs of participation in reality. You cannot be wise without being wounded. You cannot be capable without being challenged. The discomfort of effort is the tuition you pay for competence. It is not punishment, it's preparation. It worries me that the language of trauma has become the language of laziness. I am protecting my mental health is now the polite way of saying that I don't want to do this. But protection without exposure is not protection, it's decay. Muscles that are never stretched shrink. Minds that are never challenged dull. Hearts that are never tested harden. You cannot grow stronger while insisting that the world grows gentler. I will say that again for those at the back. You cannot grow stronger while insisting that the world grows gentler. We must recover the dignity of effort. Not everything that makes you uncomfortable is unsafe. Not everyone who disagrees with you is toxic. Not every demand for excellence is oppression. Life will bruise you, but those bruises are not evidence of harm, they are evidence of participation. It is time to stop using trauma as a moral shield against responsibility. You are not fragile because the world is cruel. You are fragile because you have refused to train for its weight. Discomfort is not the enemy of well-being. It is its tutor. It forces humility, discipline, and endurance. When we stop running from it, we begin to grow through it. So let's stop the misuse of the word trauma. Let's reserve that word for those who truly need healing, not for those who simply need to toughen up. The world is not obliged to be gentle to you. You must learn to meet it with strength. Because, nope, all discomfort is not trauma. And pretending that it is will only guarantee one thing, that you never grow strong enough to live fully. Thank you for your time. See you in the next one.